Good evening and welcome back to the stream. I'm going to apologise again straight off because I was planning on going live earlier in the day, but unfortunately I had a few people turn up that I wasn't expecting, and they proved to be here a bit longer than I would have liked. But things have been done. I really couldn't turn them away. So here we are. 7 o'clock is not too bad, so we'll be jumping back into RimWorld again. We do have, you may notice in the title, !Discord. We do have a very basic Discord server set up. It should link your Twitch if you have Discord linked with Twitch, and so it should automatically give you access to the private spaces. If it doesn't, or you don't have things linked, you'll only be able to see the very basic channels to start off with, and from there I'll be able to give you permissions if I recognise you, things like that. I'll be posting all of my go lives in there. I'm still going to be posting them around elsewhere as well. Let's see what else. As always, we do have ! Question of the day, QOTD. Sorry, something just got in my throat then. We have ! QOTD, which is our question of the day. Which I saw this one on Twitter. It's if you could forget any video games, you could replay it fresh, what would you pick? It's a very interesting question. So again, that's ! QOTD. I've been putting more thought into the 100 follower Twitch integrated RimWorld run. I'm thinking we're going to do Puppeteer and probably my mind's just gone blank. Toolkit. That's what I was thinking of. So Puppeteer and Toolkit. I'm going to be messing around off stream, seeing how long it'll take me to integrate those two into my current mod list. It may take a while, but I think I've got a little bit of time. We're currently at 88 followers, so we're getting close. Another 12 will get us to the mark, and then we'll look at doing. I think I'm going to do 4 or 5 streams, just because I think it'll be fun to have a bit of chaos. But without anything else, let me jump into RimWorld. Make sure I've got my ad manager up so I can see when the ads are coming. We'll go there. Okay, let's get into RimWorld. Load game, and the stream colony is the Treaty of the Valley. We have added what was it now? It's a very minor mod. There's a new vanilla expanded base mod that increases the variant. There we go, vanilla base generation expanded. And so instead of just having very similar bases when you go and attack other colonies, or you go to various event locations, the base generation has been expanded to give you a bit more variation. It's not going to be too important on this run, because we are city builders, we don't like leaving. But it's proven to be interesting on the off-stream colonies that I've got. Okay, so we did the Ancient Danger last stream, which was a very small one. It was a couple of mechs, a couple of bugs in one of these. Was it a couple of bugs? No, I think it was just a couple of mechs and a couple of a couple of people in there. Yeah, so we've got a couple of prisoners. Kamiko is a guest. Don't know why they're just standing there. But we got Green, who is thin-skinned, vengeful, and prude. Decent animals. A little bit of construction, medical, intellectual. They do have a cortical stack. And we have White, who is iron stomach, perfectionist, and menagerist. Plants, animals, intellectual, bit of medical. So they are quite useful. So we're currently converting them to our ideal legion, and then we'll look at recruiting them. Oh dear, my throat is really going off already, and it's been less than a couple of minutes. That's not good. But let's have a look at where we are. We've got a couple of specialised animals. We've got Gabby, who is a grey-coated mufflon. We've got Kiku, who is a devil sheep. We have a load of yaks and a load of camels. We have our anima tree here, and we've got a couple of Anima Nexus trees. These have replaced the Guarolin trees in one of the mods. Leroy Jenkins is maintaining both of these 75, so we've got 6 dryads. And then we've got a grove of trees to keep up with our wood supply. We've got hay grass for the animals. Then we've got our food supply here. Bit of herbal medicine and a bit of tinctoria for dyes. We need to shift these out when we get a chance. We do also have a number of rock constructs which are summonable via Vanilla Psychas Expanded. So they will help haul and clean. Move those as well. And you. So it looks like we're working on getting marble walls all around the base. I think we picked marble because we did have a lot of marble bricks, but we're currently out. So let's set everyone up to triple speed. One of the guests is researching, which is fine. Apparently you're relaxing socially just by standing in a corridor. Fine by me. Who do we have set to craft? Erin, but Erin is doing almost everything else as well. Let's set these down to 2, so you do crafting first after entertaining. And Jarvis is hauling. We like having Jarvis on haul because he keeps everything refueled, keeps our power online. So let's... who else? We've got you set to research. Red Snail. For the moment, we'll set Koala down to 2 on construction and 1 on crafting. And we'll do the same with Yuso. Okay, machining is done. We should be able to get simple prosthetics, so we'll do that next. And the reason why I've set people up to 1 on crafting is because we need to be making bricks. We've got a lot of chunks in the stock. Oh dear. A Metchive raid. Okay, they're dropping in there, they're attacking immediately. Our defences are not set up. Rush is our non-combatants. Okay, this could be rough. Okay, Rush, you're just going to stand there. E3, go there. I want you so in there because they have the haywire power. Oh dear, that's a lot. That's a lot. Is that an Inferno Spewer? That's a lot. Oh god. I don't like that. I don't like this. Where is everyone? Why have you not... I told you to come and get in there. I don't know why they ignore... I forgot to set the rock constructs to go and hide. Holy crap, that just blew a big hole. Jarvis did take a hit from something. Of course, one of his eyes got shot out. Wonderful. And his other arm got shot off. How did... How did he lose both arms? How did he lose an arm? He doesn't say. A Lancer? Oh god. let's see, who has useful powers? Use Word of Healing on Erin, please. And let's have a look. Really do need to turn these siege breakers around. That's not good. There is now a route into the base. Yeah, green, that's fine. Beat up whoever you want in there. Let's... Hold on, one of the Goliaths has actually gone down because his legs have been destroyed. That's hilarious. Okay, Zaf is bleeding out. Zaf, come and stand next to Rush, please. How is everyone else looking? You're bleeding. Abandoned, you're fine, you're fine. Lusa could do with a 10 before it gets too much worse. Yuso, come around here for me, please. Because I don't like that centipede firing at us. Okay, you four. Come through here. You know, we're going to be out in the open anyway. Okay, everyone go and do what you need to do. Green got his ass beat. That's fine by me. And our defences are currently in tatters. Wonderful. Oh dear, that's... I knew that Mech Hive raid was going to be a bit fun. I'll unrestrict the ground runner. Let's set all of this to haul, please. We do have an advert starting in just over 20 seconds, so as usual, 90-second advert, stops pre-rolls for everyone. I hate pre-rolls, so I advise get up, have a stretch, grab a drink, take any meds you need to. I'm going to do the same, and yeah, we'll be back in 90 seconds, and I'll see you soon. Okay, welcome back from the ad break. We've reset all of our plans for our defences. We're going to be making it all out of granite as usual. We just have to make sure that we get plenty of bricks made, because it's going to take us a while to get this rebuilt. Cargo pods, weapons. It's a tiger leather kite shield. That's fine, I guess. But this is why we like having our defensive setup here, is because it allows us to hold them at this spot. The haywire powers are working wonders against the mechs. I don't mind having to rebuild a bit, as long as the mechs don't get in here. Jarvis is up and about again. He's getting his tasks done. We are running out of power a little bit. But we need to get him another arm That's... So we'll do that once he's refueled everything. So if we set it to go now, he'll go and lie in bed and wait for people to get the task done. Oh god, everything's going off. Okay, Leroy Jenkins, can you come and help Jarvis, please? So I think Jarvis has a limited carrying capacity now. It's not to tell me what he's carrying. Usually it will tell you what they're carrying. Okay, Leroy Jenkins has collapsed due to exhaustion. You fucking genius. Yeah, because he's just refueled that and it's now up to 12. Is he carrying 1 wood at a time? He is, I think. Okay, Koala, come and refuel these for me, please. Oh no, he's carrying 3 wood. Oh dear, Jarvis is in a bad way. Let's get him another arm. So makeshift replacement right arm. And we need to start doing the android research once we've finished prosthetics. Which means we need to get to microelectronics. Because without microelectronics, we can't do any of the other research. And we definitely need to be able to make replacement parts for Jarvis. He's having a bit of trouble, poor boy. Lucer's infection is doing fine. Rush. Prioritize sending, please. And Red Snail was doing the work on Jarvis. Oh dear. Yeah, Jarvis being unable to refuel things properly is going to be a problem. A gift of a great bow. Nice. So with 2 replacement arms, Jarvis only has 25% manipulation. That is nuts. That's going to be difficult to handle. Okay, we have Anonymous Ceremony ready. I think we were doing those on Lucer. So let's come and do the linking ritual, please. Oh dear. Things are definitely a little bit rougher as we start off this time. But that's the way the game goes. If it was going to be easy, then I mean, I like playing on easier difficulties for testing out things and stuff like that. But I do like the challenge that the game presents. It's why I play on Strive to Survive. I'm on one of my off-stream colonies, I've been pushing it back up to losing his fun, and I'm getting there. It's definitely a lot more difficult than it used to be. Let's finish off the Black Hive powers. I think we've got a few mechs in there. So we are definitely short on bricks. It's why we've got a little bit of sandstone, we've got a little bit of granite which is going towards this. And looks like we've got very little marble as well. But we are, there we go, Erin and Yuso are making bricks for us, making progress. And Koala is doing steel, which we're also short on steel, so that's fine with me. And how are our prisoners? Just dropped to 23%. You're still up at 61. Might do a conversion ritual on white. Yeah, let's do conversion ritual on white. That should, in theory, convert into our ideal legend as long as it goes well. And then we can begin the process of recruiting him. Which would be helpful. There we go through the ceremony. Nearly done. Excellent. Effective conversion ritual. That's what we like to see. And we also gained a development point for that as well. Koala also has tattered apparel. Yeah, most of his apparel is probably going to be close to tattered. Okay, so white should now... Oh, no. 0.22%. That is... I don't like that. He's asleep, so we can't use the conversion power on him. I don't like that. That's so close. Lucer is a medical emergency. Rush, come and tend to the infection, please. Lucer will easily survive, but it's just want to make sure it's tended. Get there a little bit faster. Oh dear. All those out, please. We've nearly finished this area down here. So we've done all of the digging out, except for a few tiles here. Okay, everyone is back up and about. Okay, who has our healing powers? Leroy Jenkins, but he doesn't have any psi focus. Erin doesn't have much psi focus, doesn't have enough to cast regrow limbs. I think those are our two healers. Yeah, everyone else has other sets of powers. So let's have a look at the health of everyone. Leroy Jenkins is fine. Walla's fine. Erin is missing a finger and has a gunshot in the right leg. Yuso is fine. Kaiton's fine. Zaf is missing a toe. The Abandoned has a gunshot in the torso. Jarvis is Jarvis. Red Snail is fine. Lucer is now fine. And Rush is fine. Okay, so we're just missing a few smaller bits. Nothing serious. Well, except for Jarvis. Well, of course you got food poisoning. You just ate insect jelly in the middle of a former battlefield. What did you expect? Okay, everyone should be meditating, getting their psi focus up. Okay, 49 should be enough. Let's do Erin. So Erin, you are currently up here. You can't do it on yourself. We need Leroy Jenkins to do it on you. Okay, I'm going to just have to leave that for now. Ah dear. Okay, white is Yuso's just converted white. So prisoner set to recruit. And Erin has gained a psi level. Excellent. Let's just upgrade the base stats because we can. Okay, a Shih Tzu has crashed, has no injuries, and has immediately joined us. Okay. You are not capable of anything useful, so you're just going to eat our food so you can be slaughtered. So at least the other animals are, you know, they're going to be useful further down the line. I don't know. Imagine a Shih Tzu just landing, deciding, hey, yeah, I'm going to join you. Good. Koala, Yuso, and Erin are clearing out our chunk storage. I forgot we can uninstall our two mortars. Don't need them right now. How many shield cores have we got now? Back up to 4. Wonderful. Who else do we have on research? Jarvis. Might have to put Jarvis on research. Because he's not hauling much, if any, wood. It's like that, he wasn't even able to fully refuel that. Yeah, I think we're going to turn Jarvis into a research bot. Unfortunately, he's just a little bit too slow at refueling everything. Which means we're going to need a new... Need someone... set everyone to a 2 on haul, then if they've got nothing else to do, they'll go through and get it done. And we'll just have to keep an eye on things. If things start going down, we'll just have to do it manually. Global work speed, labour speed, 12. Okay, so his research speed is trash as well. He's also a dunce. He's pretty much useless at the moment. Which is a shame, because Jarvis is... You know, he's simple-minded, a dunce and squeamish and all that, but he's got pretty good stats. You know, he's good at shooting, good at cooking, animals, crafting. Even got a little plants. But, you know, now he's... It's like, look at how slow that's going up. That really is a shame, because Jarvis was one of my favourite pawns that we picked up early on. How's green looking? He's still just over half. But he'll just sit there and research. Lucia has damaged a cloth armchair because of her big bone trait. And how are we looking on bricks? We've got 400 granite, so we're making progress at least. How are we looking on excess? I might upgrade these. That's what we can do. If we go structure... We put a granite column there. And if you ignore meditation for a moment, your side focus is already quite high. You come and build this for us. And if we go... on quality. Okay, you're gonna eat a meal before you finish. Okay, now there's roofs, what we can do is we can go production. And electric stonecutters. Okay, it's not going to let us replace them. So we need to destroy. And we'll do that one. Will it let us replace the electric smelter? No. And we'll get rid of the butcher's table as well. Did I set you to butcher? Deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. Okay, we'll do make them wooden because we can. Work on these 3, please. Get them back up and running. It'll take me a while to get them constructed, I think. I hope everyone's having a good start to the week. Mine's been average. Things are going reasonably well. I set aside some time to look at my current TTRPG projects, and I've decided to give them a little more structure. So, in addition to Storm and Sunder, the Kofi creature releases are going to be released under the name of Creatures and Critters. And then on the Kofi shop, I'm also going to be making bundles of pre-gen characters in 4 different sets. So the first set will be characters that are legal for Adventurers League. So they'll start off at the base level for Adventurers League. They'll tell you what books things are drawn from, and they'll give recommendations on the path of leveling up. And then I'm also going to be doing sets for Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 play. And so those are usually defined as groups of levels. So I'm going to be pulling those down. Again, there's not going to be anything from the actual classes themselves printed, published in these, but there will be directions on where to find this information in the actual books themselves. So, because I can't republish copyrighted material, so I have to point them in the direction of, you can find this in this book on this page. So I'll be getting that done. I'll be starting that project this week. Bring the range down to just cover here. And Koala, finish building, please. Good, it covers all of that. I know we've got the resources to do these. But yeah, so there's going to be quite a bit of D&D content that I'm working on over the, for this foreseeable future. The Ranger for Storm and Sunder is still giving me a bit of a problem. There's a few kinks I need to work out. Ranger itself is also... The base Ranger is a very underwhelming subclass. a very underwhelming class. It's not built very well. And you know, we can increase the speed by having the butcher's table. Okay, we want to copy, paste. Power is going down. Leroy Jenkins, grab some wood and fuel it for me, please. These trees will be fine without you for a little bit of time. Okay, power is back up. That draws 350. Damn, that's a lot. Oof. I was concerned then because the game paused for a second. Deconstruct this table, please. And then build a new one. Prison Warden. Isaac Mavronis, a praetor of the Exodus Imperium, seeks your help. Mavronius, loyal archaeologist, recently extracted 8 prisoners from ancient Crypto's leak vault. They intend to question them. We have to hold them for 25 days. They're all suffering from paralytic abasia. But that is compact weaponry, which we've already got. Molecular analysis, cataphract armor, and 660 plassteel. That is tempting. Okay, we've got 7 days. Does anyone have word of trust? Progress. Can't believe. Hey, no one has word of trust. Interesting. Did I not send everyone into Archon? Okay, so 6. 3, 4, 5. We'll throw some extras in. This is going to be interesting. And why is the game going a little bit chuggy? There we go, that seemed to have fixed it. Okay, we'll copy this again. And link it in there. Okay, so it just covers that area there. That's fine by me. Okay, who's our... I'll send Yuso to do these bedrolls. Is Green gonna get his ass kicked again? Strange asteroids. Nice, some Octorunner sky eels. Yep, Green got his ass kicked again. Oh dear, that's I said prioritize. Work on those. Work on those. Oh god, we're running out of power. Rush, get these refueled, please. And these, well, that one has resources already, but these we'll forget about, please, because we need to get the walls rebuilt. The bear got set on fire. Oh dear. Rush? What? I said refuel. I don't know why the AI does this. You tell them to do something and then they just don't. He's not a rebel, so he's not supposed to ignore orders. Yes, I know, there's fire. Look, fire everywhere. That's what happens when you have a lightning storm. I really need to look at stabilising my power supply. Once we get these walls built, might be able to turn this into a battery room. Which means I need to research batteries. And then probably look at putting down some solar. You know, can fit a couple in here. Maybe one down here. One over here. Get the batteries charged up during... We're really that low on power. Holy cow. Okay, we're also out of steel. Wonderful. Okay, who's our better crafter? Chitin. Refine the smelter, please. Yuso, once Chitin has done some of that. Work on that, please. Because we are running out of power across the base, which isn't good. Where the fuck is Chitin gone? Just drop it on the floor, mate. Oh dear. And this is taking a little while to resolve itself. But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Okay, Chitin, you'll do it. And Yuso's gone to bed. I told you to work on this. Which means finish it. I don't know. And again, Yuso isn't a rebel, so they shouldn't be ignoring orders. Okay, Chitin. Finish that one. And refuel this generator for me. Or rather, fuel it. Ooh, Kangaskhan. Poke catch. Ultra ball. Let's throw an ultra ball at that one. I'll be having him, please. These fires are... oh, we've got a rainy thunderstorm now, so these fires should be put out. That's fine. We do need to get these walls rebuilt. So, we've got a couple hundred granite blocks. So what we'll do is... We'll set our constructors back to 1, which means they'll prioritise that. We should start making some progress on getting the defences back up and running. So at the moment, there's a route directly into our base, which is no good at all. Oh dear, Kangaskhan escaped. Bugger. That's disappointing. Research into the desolate lab. No thank you. I don't want to deal with the mood debuff. Jarvis is making a bit of progress, but his research speed is abysmal. 20% research speed. We need to get his manipulation back up. And his sight. It's Jarvis as he is not much use. Red Snail, let me guess, you've got food poisoning. Wonderful. It's going to take you forever to get to anywhere you need to do things. Oh dear, why is my phone... Why does my phone always blow up whenever I'm live? I swear people are just watching, waiting for when I press go live to send me everything. Okay, is there anything I need right now? It does not look like it. No, okay, so nothing important. It's just all the spam. Hey Vidania, how are you doing? Good to see you. I hope you're doing alright. And yeah, just seems every time my phone just blows up and it's all spam. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Stress is no good. Especially at the start of the week as well. Hope it's nothing too serious and it'll just, you know, get dealt with when it's when it needs to be dealt with. I know that feeling. Okay, the Abandoned is starting to rebuild our walls, which is good. Chitin is getting some work done on more bricks. And so is Erin. Prison Break. Okay. Let's send our 3 best melee pawns. Okay, they're coming through this wall. Well, that wasn't difficult. Melee attack. Okay, you're down. Okay, so we need to build walls. Let's do that and there. You three can go for a second. You so make these walls, please. Oh dear, you're... we just tore off your arm. Okay, you're both dying very fast. 10 to green, please. Koala, come back, and 10 to white. I mean, you can try and escape. Where's Yuso? Why are you taking so long? Okay, white, off you go. Okay, koala. Okay. So we do need to make better, make a better prison, really. Let's make the doors out of... Let's make them out of granite as well. We'll just make it a little bit... unfortunately not. We had a quite a large raid, and it was entirely my fault. I completely forgot that you were bleeding out. You went and got into bed, and our medics didn't get to you in time. But we did get you into a sarcophagus in a freezer, so your body is preserved. We just need to get hold of a resurrected mech serum, and then we can bring you back. But for the moment, you are unfortunately dead. You did take down, I think it was this Scyther raid, and you did, you know, face tank like 7 or 8 Scythers. A little bit. But we will bring you back when we can. Now, we did have a quest, Prison Warden. I'm going to accept that for all of these bits. Okay. Leroy Jenkins, Koala, Erin, Yuso, Titan, Zaf, The Abandoned, and that's more than I expected. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only made 7 beds. Okay. You're not a constructor, you're not a constructor. Okay, one of them's just going to have to... for now... Okay. You're capturing Red Snail. Okay. Everyone up, let's get these people into... They've all got paralytic abasia, so they're not going anywhere. But we want to get them inside, I think. It's going to spike our need for food, but we are making quite a lot of meals. So we're set to make 300 meals in total. So we're making progress. So most of these, we do just want to we'll set all these to reduce resistance, just in case any of them do recover from the paralytic abasia. And then we've got green, who we are currently trying to convert, and white, who we are currently trying to recruit. Prison break interval, 2,000, nearly 3,000 days. That's wonderful. Did we set either as well? No, we didn't. But this is going to be a long quest because they want us to hold them for 25 days. So we're going to be there for a while. Yeah, it's a lot of prisoners, but it's also, you know, nearly 12,000 silver's worth of value. You know, 3 tech prints and 600 plasteel. So the lost crypt we can get rid of because we're not doing anything that needs us to leave the tile. So yeah, it's more a case of the rewards are quite high, so we'll have that. It's within the last 2 streams as well. Unfortunately, our android Jarvis has been reduced to a research bot because he's lost both of his arms and an eye. So, oh god, infection. Who's infected? White has got an infection. Rush. Already tending. Good man. And Chitin has a Psycast. Why can't I increase this? Oh, because I need to get Ice Block. I just couldn't see it because of the artwork. Yeah, the value is very subjective as well. I mean, these kind of rewards, these won't come into things until later in the game. They are all late game, like Cataphract armor is late game armor, compact weaponry and molecular analysis are late game bionic advancements. Plasteel is always useful. It's always good to have a stockpile of it. We'll need it for bionics, but you can also make pretty good weapons from it and things like that. So, you know, it's always useful to have around. Let's try and catch the Laron. Okay, catch. Throw a great ball at it because we can. But as you may notice, as by the corpse freezer, we had quite a large mech raid come in as the first raid of this stream. And while fighting that, it destroyed most of our defences. So there's a massive gaping hole here. So that's why we've got... we're getting these done first, so we get the walls rebuilt. And then we'll re-allow all of these. Although I think this one was already in progress, so we just decided to let them build it. White's had his leg cut off. That's unfortunate. And green has had his arm destroyed. Wonderful. So it's a good job I'm researching simple prosthetics, because people need replacements. Okay, that's what I like to see. Lots of progress on the defences. Hey, I caught it. Nice. But things are going reasonably well. I'm happy with where the colony's going at the moment. Camel wool. No one's complaining about being cold at the moment, so I think we'll... although, do we want to start making some things out of wool? Provides good insulation from the heat. Not very good on armor, though. You know what? Let's get rid of that. We'll make them out of camel wool. And we'll set that to only allowed ingredients. And should also be set to count one away. So we'll make a new set of dusters. That should have also changed it on this one, but it didn't. Okay, so get rid of all them, copy the entire list, and link. Must have lost the link when we reloaded, which is going to be a pain in the backside because it means these aren't linked. So do that. Okay, and we want to copy that one and link it in there. Okay. We've very nearly got the defences patched up. Looks like we're making progress on the walls in the base as well. And Jarvis is just working away at the research. His research speed is absolutely trash because his arms are ruined. He's missing an eye, so I think it's at what, 20%? Yeah, 20% research speed. So he's pretty much useless. You know, with 2 makeshift replacement arms, he's only got 25% manipulation, which means his shooting accuracy is trash as well. The eye missing means his accuracy is even worse. And unfortunately, he's one of our best shooters as well, which is a pain in the backside. In fact, he's our joint best in terms of skill. So we need to get him some replacements built. Royal Tribute Collector, no thank you. Yuso has some tattered gear. What do you have that's tattered? It'd just be the button-down shirt. That's fine. You'll replace that when you can. So as usual, we do have an advert starting in about 30 seconds. So again, it's a 90-second ad. It removes pre-rolls for anyone coming into the channel. And yeah, I advise that you get up, have a stretch, hydrate, take a little break, rest your eyes, take any meds that you need to. I'll be doing the same. We'll leave the colony running as it is now, because there's not much important going on. And yeah, we'll be back in a minute and a half. Okay, welcome back from the ad break. I definitely needed that, and it's, my back's feeling a little bit tight today, so a bit of a stretch always helps. Everyone's up and doing their meditation for the in the morning. How are we looking on Psi Focus? Leroy Jenkins is making progress. Okay, you're at 100. Means we should be able to get some body parts back. Who is missing? Zaf is missing a toe. So come and do regrow limbs on Zaf, please. Okay, so Zaf, stay there for us, please. Okay, and Erin, you have 50. Okay, you can do another one. You have a gunshot. Can't do it on you because you're an android. Pardon me. Okay, so it looks like it's just going to be the abandoned. So you stay there. Erin, come and get rid of his scar, please. Okay, both of you can go. Once Leroy Jenkins gets up to 48 or 49% Psi Focus, we can do the same on Erin. Unfortunately, she can't use the power on herself. It's a bit of a pain in the backside, but I can understand why. Erin has a few bits that need to be grown back. If we look at Zaf now, his toe is regenerating. And at some point, this gunshot should heal up as well on the abandoned. Leroy Jenkins should be keeping these trees up and running. Yeah, he's doing quite well at that. Okay, green has been converted. So green can be set to recruit. He's only got 1 resistance, so he should be nice and easy to recruit. I still can't believe I haven't put anyone into the Archon path for Word of Trust. That would usually be the first power I go for. Although, I think Vidania was our Archon path, which might explain why we haven't got one. So we'll have to look at getting someone else into the path. Oh, power's going out. Koala, you're nearby. Do the refueling, please. Yeah, you were one of our tanks. So I think it's just unfortunate because yeah, we were a tribal start colony, so we didn't have much in the way of strong armor. I mean, we still don't. We're still very low on decent armor, mainly because we haven't got the steel to make any decent armor. Yeah, it's once we get better armor, then we should see fewer people dying. But we need to be able to get more steel before we can do that. So once all this construction's been done and everything's been rebuilt, we'll be looking at doing some strip mining in this area here. And probably up here as well. Just looking for steel deposits. And then there's steel deposits around the maps that we can go and chop at as well. Okay, we're very close to finished here. What I do want to do is I want to remove the roof area on here. Just so that when we're fighting during the day, this area will have daylight instead of being roofed over. That'll just help us with our accuracy a little bit, because shooting at a target in darkness reduces your accuracy, and if you yourself are in darkness, it also reduces your accuracy. So just want to make sure we've got some light around as well, as much as we can. Visitors, okay. Zaf's mother is joining us at the colony for a little bit. Okay. I think at the moment we're just... Oh dear, what's that? Something is playing up with... I think it's the king. Oh no, it's the android. Okay. So why are you not hearing? Okay, you're an android, but you're Zaf's mother. That might be why it's causing an issue. That's... Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make a note of that. Let's try poker catch. Yeah, I think that's probably a conflict somewhere on the line. Where have they gone? Oscar. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to have a pink box walking around the colony for a little bit. That's an unfortunate bug. Okay. And we're looking on the IG Legend 5 out of 14. Not terrible. Jarvis is getting himself some food. Also, we get a lightning strike in the base on our food supply. Wonderful. Quite a few people need feeding. No one has actually been to talk to Green about recruitment. He's still at 1 resistance. God's sake, we're running out of power again. Need to keep the freezer running. Do we have solar power currently? No, we don't. We need to research it. Wonderful. The anima tree is up and running again. You know what, Lucer? Let's do the linking ritual and we'll unlock Archon for you. Because you're also not far off your next level anyway. And so when Lucer hits her next level naturally, we'll be able to just pick up the Word of Trust Psycast. We can just get some of these prisoners in a little easier. Well, we've only got 2 that we're trying to recruit, but it'll definitely make it easier. Okay, ritual's nearly complete. Psi level gained Lucer, and we want to unlock Archon, which will give us the Word of Trust power when we get the next point. The Abandoned is doing a bit more mining down here. How are we looking on bricks? We've got 300 granite, we've got a bit of sandstone, a bit of slate, Doesn't look like we've got any marble, so we still need to do a bit more work here. And I swear I told Rush to refuel that middle one. So we'll get these other two. Troll is the queen of the Exodus Imperium. Interesting. And she's here as a guest. Very interesting. Koala's collapsed from exhaustion. Let's get him back up. He's a workaholic, so he'll just go back to work if he's got any rest whatsoever. But we'll keep doing that when he collapses, just so we can see if we can get him to go and lie in a bed. You know, like a normal person would. Camel 4 is pregnant, and Dryads have produced wood. Okay, so we do still need quite a lot of marble blocks. We should be able to... We collected all of the marble blocks on the map. What is that? It's a Terramore. How have we collected all of the loose blocks? I think we have. Yeah. The rest is just steel. Okay, so we do need to mine 4 blocks. Because what we have here is not going to be enough. Okay, how many people do we have who can actually mine? We've got a few. Green has gone berserk again. Erin, come in here, please. Nice. I think Green's going to lose again. Yep, there we go. Just bringing them in just in case. They've lost a toe now as well. Wonderful. Rush before you rest. Capture. Our guests are coming in to chat in the prison. Tend without medicine. Screw it. Yeah, just stand on that guy's face. So Green keeps going berserk and keeps getting his ass kicked. That's how he lost. He lost an arm or a leg? Yeah. Yeah, that's how his arm got destroyed. He went berserk and we had to smash him back. Jarvis is just chugging away at this. It was at 300 and something when he started, and usually most other people would make good progress. He's only got up to 800. Again, 20% research speed. He's not the greatest at the moment. And the rewards for the prisoner quest were getting compact weaponry, molecular analysis, and there was something else. Oh yeah, one of the armors which is in here. Cataphract armor. We do need 2 for cataphract armor, so getting 1 already is helpful. Koala has collapsed again. You can't just sleep in the middle of the corridor, mate. Dear. I think the fatigue's hit me again today. I'm just feeling off. I mean, having people turn up that I wasn't expecting drained my social batteries, and yeah, today I'm just feeling sluggish. I'll get through it, as always do, but definitely not feeling myself at the moment. Everyone should be doing their daily meditation. Settler Howard. Oh, the uncle of Koala and the son of Fernand. So we have his dad in prison. We're nearly finished down here. Nearly being the operative word. I think. You know what? I'm going to reset the schedules to anything. And I'm going to let people regain their psi focus if they need to. I'm going to leave recreation on in the evenings, just because I think people will need it there. And I'm setting this to everything because if everyone's got full psi focus, that will help. So it means we can use the powers a little bit more liberally. Okay, you're up. Erin, okay, you can come to here. Leroy Jenkins. Regrow limbs on Erin, please. So Erin should recover these 2 bits. Saf has fully regained his missing parts, and the abandoned Scar has gone as well. A wild Baltoy. Okay, catch. And what message has come up? From the Shura dynasty. We'll send them away because we do have Imperials on the map. I'm not about to try and piss off the Empire by kicking them out. That's not what I'm about at the moment. In the future, maybe. We shall see. Hey, cut the bell toy. Nice. Power is dropping. Why? I've not added anything. Why are we suddenly dropping power again? Oh. Yes, we are actually relying on the wind turbines. Okay. Build up that. Chitin, after you're done with the meals, come and smelt some more slag for me, please. So once you're done hauling, come and do the generator, please. Okay, chitin's on smelting the slag. We don't have much left here, so select on the map, we'll set it to haul, and that should send our rock constructs out for it. So we should see them all just go and head out. There's 4 of them going. Okay, Yuso is starting work. And Chitin has just finished off the steel slack. Okay, can you only carry 18 steel at a time? Or are you just being lazy? Okay, Erin is regenerating. And you so, just because you can, go and fuel it for me, please. Okay. Who is starving? Leroy Jenkins. He's rested, he's going to go get a meal anyway. And so we haven't redone these lamps or the cooler for a while. Green, feeling stressed. Not surprised. Go down to 8.7. Do we have spare beds? We do not. I think as a temporary measure, we might have to put down some bedrolls so we can get some more rooms built. Okay, White is fully healed. He's one of our prisoners. Right, so the guests are certainly making themselves at home. Okay, there they go. They've left us 4 Glitter World Medicine. Nice. We'll definitely get that in, please. The ad is starting soon, so I'll see you in 90 seconds. Okay, welcome back from the ad break. Welcome on in with. It's good to see you. I'm not sure which set of ads you got, but I'm glad they were entertaining. So unfortunately, even on my, because I've got my laptop set up so I can monitor how the stream looks to everyone else. Because I'm the broadcaster, I obviously don't get any adverts on it. So, and yeah, I think the adverts are region based as well. So you're likely to get different set of ads than I do. I know for a while I pretty much consistently just saw adverts for Rings of Power, Guild Wars 2 for the Steam launch, and your generic Amazon adverts. And I know a couple of people have said that some places there's so few advertisers willing to advertise on Twitch that they just don't get adverts, which is, it blows my mind, especially when you have, articles coming out recently, well, not articles, but statements coming out from Twitch about why they're changing the partner revenue program. They're reducing the revenue partners get from a 70-30 split of the sub revenue down to 50-50, which is the same as everyone else gets. So for all subscriptions, I get 50% of the cost of the sub. And so they're reducing that for some specific partners. We're able to negotiate a 70-30 split. Wasn't all partners, but they're doing away with that, and they're saying these costs are so high, blah 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 blah. The cost they're quoting is the cost that you or I would pay Amazon for their hosting services, as if Twitch wasn't owned by Amazon and had to pay full price. Yeah, so they're putting everyone on the same playing field at 50-50. However, 50-50 is, I believe, the lowest revenue split of any of the major streaming services. So, it's, while, they're leveling the playing field across the board, they're also falling behind the competition. The competition isn't as great. There's still a lot of growth they need. So YouTube gaming, YouTube is big, but their live platform isn't as big. Still, a lot of things they need to refine there. But their split is better in favour of the streamer. And then you've got Facebook. You can go live on TikTok as well once you get past a certain amount of followers. Okay, we do have a recruit, so let's set him up a bedroll for now in the corridor. Green has got his own gear, so he's got some flat gear, which is helpful. He's animals, medical, intellectual. So we'll set him to medical. Set all these to 1. We'll set him to 1 on handle, 1 on research. What else was he good at? He's got a little bit of construction skill. So Green will do a 2 on construction. We'll do a 2 on haul as well. And a mech cluster. Okay, it's down here again. That's okay. A climate adjuster minus 10 degrees. Considering it's the middle of the night and it's 28 degrees, I can accept a minus 10. But what do we have? We have a high shield, so we can't use mortars against this. We have 2 mech capsules. We've got 2 auto charge turrets. We've got an auto inferno turret. 1 scyther. 1 dagger snout. 1 carpenter, which will just destroy my walls. A siege breaker. A phalanx. And a Goliath. A couple of mech nodes. Okay. So there's no mortars, which is fine. As long as these guys stay asleep, I'm happy to leave that where it is. Because, a negative 10 to my temperature, fine, I can deal with that. It doesn't initiate for 15 days. There's no proximity activator, so someone walking through here won't accidentally set it off. There's no countdown timer to automatically wake these guys. So I'm happy to just leave that there for now. It's surrounded by walls as well on 3 sides, which means even coming down here, we're not going to be in line of sight for any of the turrets. So I'm happy to leave that there for now. And I've just realised I can uninstall that and just go, let's go not for guests, and we'll assign this to Green, so Green gets a masterwork bed. It's not going to be perfect because it's, it's in a barracks instead of in his own room, but although we could just give him this. Yeah, we'll turn this off medical and we'll set this one to Green instead. And we'll just have to tend to people in their own beds. Oh, okay, posture check. Ah, dear. I do tend to slouch a bit. Do I want a vanillite? We'll try and catch it. So we should also have the name a colonist slash staff member redeem. What that'll do is you can either select a name of your choice, or you can have your own name, and we'll rename one of our pawns so you can be in the game. Okay, green is a melee pawn. So let's get you some weapons. What do we have? We do have a plasteel spear. So come and grab this spear for me, please. And so the reason why we're giving him a plasteel spear is because it's quite high damage and very high armor penetration. So most of our pawns, I mean, Leroy Jenkins has a Persona Monosword, which is very powerful. But everyone else has various different spears. Yuso, because they're doing mining, has a pickaxe. And all you do with getting rid of the hatchet, really, because they don't do plant work. But we have plenty of spare weapons around. Let's... Okay. Oh yeah, everyone's doing meditation, that's why no one's... Because I've set everyone to do whatever they want. Everyone's doing bits of everything. I was wondering why no one's making bricks at the moment. I do like how green has no shooting skill, so he's doing the recreation that increases your shooting skill. It's an interesting choice. It'd be very slow, but I don't know. It's what he wants to do, apparently. We do need to set his schedule. Why is that? Don't know. Let's increase that. And sign to make sure it's that. Set to herbal medicine and no drugs. Okay, so Yuso and the Abandoned are doing repairs to the walls that weren't destroyed. Some of them are very close, though. This rock construct is just wandering about. Wonderful. We out of sombreros? How are we... Could have sworn we had 15 sombreros before. Make sure we count these when away, because otherwise, if anyone ever leaves a tile for a quest, it's going to make more of everything. Okay, that's better. Let's have a look at our resources. We've got jade, uranium. We do have 700 black insect chitin, so the next time someone gets an inspired crafting, we need to make a black insect duster. Oh, thank you for the follow. When we get to 100 followers, what I am going to do is we're going to do a Twitch integrated RimWorld run. I'm planning on using Puppeteer and Twitch Toolkit, and the combination of those two will allow people to control a pawn in the game. and Toolkit will allow people to send events. It'll allow them to purchase items, purchase pawns, purchase animals, and it's just going to be a little bit of chaos. So we're also going to be doing it with Randy Random as a storyteller. So most storytellers have they have a scaling threat level. So they won't send things that are too difficult for what you currently have. Randy doesn't care about any of that. Randy will just send random events. And so that combined with people in chat controlling aspects of the game will be... I've taken part in things like that as a viewer, and it's always chaos. Yeah, pretty much. Randy just doesn't give a damn. He will just go mad. Sometimes he'll be nice and quiet. Other times he will just absolutely nuke you. Okay, we are running out of fuel in these, so Rush can go and refuel them. The reason why I'm doing this manually is because we did used to have Jarvis set to a #1 on haul, so all he would do would be refueling things for us, moving things about. But because he now has only 25% manipulation, he can only carry like 3 wood at a time. And these take 75 wood to fully fuel them. And so it was taking him forever to fuel them. And so we're just we're getting other people to do it now while he just sits here and researches. Leroy Jenkins has gained a psi level. What power do we want to give him now? I think we'll just upgrade his Psycaster stats. He is still maintaining these trees as well. So we've got our Woodmaker Dryads. And how is our Auto Slaughter looking? Yep, that's fully set. So we've got yaks, camels, and giant crested silkies. And they have had a chick as well. Wonderful. We've 4 of them in total. But yeah, I'm planning on doing the Twitch integrated run as a celebration of hitting 100 followers. So that puts us at 89 currently. So we're getting very close. For the Twitch integrated run, I'm planning on doing 4 or 5 streams of it. We'll set up a new colony, a new fresh start. I'll probably go with a tribal start, or we might look at doing, for example, a rich explorer start, which you start off with a few more specialized items. But you start off with 1 pawn as opposed to 5. Okay, we are losing power there, so do that when you wake up, please. We'll assure their safety. As long as you don't come down here and start hitting things, you'll be fine. Because I am not planning on waking the mechanoids up myself. That would be a bad idea. How is White looking? 6.4. He's getting there. We're coming close to finishing our prosthetics research. And then we do need to make our way through to microelectronics, so we can start working on the Android research. Because we do need to get some replacement parts for poor Jarvis. You know, he's got 2 stumps for arms and he's missing an eye. He's just a little bit useless at the moment. Leroy Jenkins is still in bed. So the thing about Leroy Jenkins is he seems to be ignoring his schedule. It's like it's now 7 o'clock in the morning and he's still in bed. But he's also ignoring his recreation. Although, since we set him to do anything instead of just working through the day, he's actually been doing his recreation, which helps. Because it keeps his mood up. Everyone else relatively high on mood, I think. Yeah. And it's as long as the moods are up, I'm happy. It sees. Yeah, he's been a bit of a pain to manage his mood. Because if you don't do recreation, then you're obviously in a bad mood. And for a while, he'd just ignore everything else and just work. Which, for someone like Koala, because Koala has the workaholic trait, so Koala will just work and work and work until they collapse from exhaustion. But Koala is also listening to their schedule. They're doing recreation in the evenings. They're just working at all other times and will just ignore sleep and collapse. Leroy Jenkins was doing the same, but Leroy Jenkins isn't a workaholic, so he shouldn't be doing that. He should be listening to his schedule. So there's something in the combination of mods I've got which is just a little bit off on some of the AI, I think. It's the only thing I can imagine it being. I don't know what combination is causing it, because I think there's about 130 to 140 mods. So there's a lot of options in there. Lusa has inspired taming. She does have 15 animals, so... Oh, a tetragenic originator. Yes, 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 yes. Lusa, come and tame this, please. So I want this because what it will do is it will... it's basically a sentient blob creature. And it has the capacity to create body parts that you can use to augment your pawns. So I want that in my base. I said prioritize taming. Petalil, might as well poke catch. Okay, yeah. In theory, yes, but I can't replace Jarvis's eye because Jarvis is an android, and so you can't use biological parts on an android. You need specifically android body parts, unfortunately. But yeah, it creates things like insectoid style body parts. So, like insect eyes, antenna, special glands that you can put in the bodies, things like that. Unfortunately, there isn't a blob that makes Android body parts. We can buy them from passing merchants, or we can make them ourselves, which is why we need to do the research. Or, in theory, if we capture an android that has an enhanced body part, we can steal those body parts. In theory. But we can't just take, random body parts from them. Lucy's got the long walk back with the originator. Because it looks like the originator... where is it in the list? We've got a big list, there we go. Yeah, the originator needs to be put in the pen, so it'll be kept in here. New lovers, White and Chitin. White is a prisoner. Chitin, why are you falling in love with a prisoner? Okay, well, I guess I don't need to worry about assigning White a bed once they're released from prison, once they join us. Because they will just go and hop into Chitin's bed. Ooh, we've got some visitors coming through. Why are they all moving slowly? Don't know. Lucia is nearly home. Yeah, I guess so. We do have a lot of prisoners currently. This is more than I would usually have. So White is the one we're trying to recruit currently. These other 8 are from a quest, because there's a lot of quest rewards. So we just have to look after those 8. They all do have a condition called paralytic abasia, which means, for the most part, unless they spontaneously recover, they will just be staying in bed and we'll need to go in and feed them. The originator is nearly home. Lucia is going to be hungry when she gets back. Oh dear, that's yeah. I mean, there's been a few news stories. The prisons in the UK of inmates and guards and things like that, and it never ends well. Let's put it that way. Right, so we are coming close to finishing simple prosthetics. So the benefit that we have is with the mod Vanilla Psycast Expanded. The list of Psycasts previously was quite limited. I think it was maybe 20 or so psychic powers. Vanilla Psycast Expanded, we now have 6, 12, 13, 14, 15... We now have 19 different paths that we can pick, all with thematic powers. And so we now have probably well over 100 different psychic powers. And it's a much different method of managing the powers as well. But we have a couple of people who are into the Protector path, which has a lot of healing powers. So we've got Word of Healing, Word of Immunity, we've got Stabilize, and they've also got Regrow Limbs. So if someone loses a limb, we can, using our psychic powers, force them to regrow it. So we're not as reliant on needing bionics and prosthetics. However, we will be getting bionics and prosthetics installed because they are better than natural limbs. At least bionics are. Prosthetics are usually, I think, 70% effective. We do have an advert starting in just over 20 seconds. So, as usual, it's a 90-second ad break. I'd advise people to get up, have a stretch, rest their eyes, hydrate. I'll be doing the same. I'm going to go and grab my painkillers as well, because my arthritis is playing up a little bit. So we'll be back in 90 seconds. I'll see you soon. Okay, welcome back from the ad break. I definitely needed that. Didn't realise how much I was slouched, even after the posture check. It's yeah, my shoulders are a little bit tight. My joints in my fingers are a little bit off as well. So a bit of a stretch always helps. Rush should be going to refuel the generator. So there's so many things I want to say. Koala has fallen asleep at the dining table. Let's wake him up. He needs to go eat. You're trying to build friendships. Excellent. Research is nearly finished. So I do like some of the music in this game. It's not all of it is in the base game. We do have a mod that's called P Music, which is basically just a mod that adds more music to the game. That is, very thematically appropriate. It's it definitely fits with the game, and it's very difficult to tell. Well, for me at the moment, it's very difficult to tell which songs are from the base game and which songs are from the mod. Okay, the originator is in here. Yep. Oh, prosthetics is done. Okay, so next up, we are going to do microelectronics. Yep, we'll get that started. And I was checking the originators. There we go. Yeah, so it's making a new implant in 120 days. And it'll also clone itself as well. So we'll end up with multiple. Okay, I think we're going to put a couple more sleeping spots down. How are we looking on nutrition? 647 stored, that's fine. It's more than enough to keep them fed. What we're going to do is we'll set our constructors down to 2, except the abandoned. But it means that Koala and Yuso should focus on making bricks once they're done entertaining our guests. So we need to get through some of these chunks to make bricks so that we can get these walls finished. Because otherwise we're just going to be perpetually looking at unfinished walls. And I would like to make a bit of progress in the colony. Right, the abandoned is hitting the training dummy. Let's have a look at the world map, see if there's anything, any major threats around. Okay, that mech ship's quite close. It's around the side of the mountain range, but yeah. Legendary Grave, Ancient Complex. There's a couple more ships around as well. A couple of work sites. And there's a lot of ships around actually. That's a lot. Oof. Yeah, that might explain why the mech raid earlier was so strong. It's that many ships. So if we didn't have this city builders meme, then we'd be going out and fighting some of them. Well, in the future we might do. At the moment, we're still quite light on ranged weapons. That reminds me, is white is another mostly melee pawn. Still very low skill though. We could do with a few strong shooters really. It's sleeping mech cluster. So one of the benefits of getting microelectronics is it gives us access to EMPs, so we can build EMP shells for our mortars. It also gives us access to orbital trade beacons and the oh, my brain's gone, and the communications console, so we can we can talk to other factions and things like that. It'll definitely come in handy getting additional resources. Okay, catch. Yeah, you need to use Poker Start if you've not done it before. It'll give you a starter Pokemon and a couple of Pokeballs, and then you'll need to do Poker Catch again. Froakie it's a water frog Pokemon. Froakie, which generation was that from? I think it was generation 6. which was X and Y. It's quite cute, to be honest, and it evolves eventually into Greninja, which is one of Ash's Pokemon in the anime. And eventually in the anime, he actually they develop a technique where Ash sort of, his mind combines with his Greninja, and his Greninja turns into sort of a combination of Ash and Greninja. But yeah, Froakie's the first stage evolution of that line. Thinking about it, it actually looks like a very cute version of a Grung. It's yeah. It'd be interesting to see a dire version of a Froakie. The guy that does dire Pokemon in 5th edition. Most of the art I've seen for Grung are a bit off, but definitely not as cute as Froakie. So some of them look alright, but yeah, the Pokemon anime went really wild for a bit, and I know I was trying to remember which game it was, whether it was Sword and Shield or Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. But one of them, might have been multiple, actually gave away an Ash Greninja. I think it might have been Sword and Shield. So you can actually have the Ash Greninja in-game, which is wild. But they've done that for a few things, like they did the Luchador Pikachu. That's in the games as well from the anime. And there's a few others that they've done as well as as mystery gifts that you can get over the internet or via codes. Okay, they gave us 9 Glitter World medicine. Okay, that's a pretty good gift to leave. They were that impressed. They gave us 9 Glitter World medicine. Okay, we're making bricks. We've got plenty of granite blocks. We're just short on marble at the moment. We do have some marble blocks here. We just need to work through the backlog, and then we can start getting these walls finished. Let's haul these chunks in here. There's just the one there. There is some gold ore here, which we'll get once these walls are done. We'll look at mining out this area and strip mining it, and then we'll get this gold ore as well. I've just had that feeling where you suddenly get very hungry, and I'm now thinking about what I'm going to eat after stream. I don't know yet. I'll have to see what I've got in. Do I want to order something? Yeah, while things are relatively quiet, let me have a look and see what places are open today. It's a Tuesday as well. Tuesday's usually good for pizzas. A lot of places are closed today, apparently. That's interesting. Let's have a look. Two for one pizza offer, 2 for 1 pizza offer. Yeah, so I've got chicken wings in the freezer, so I might take them out, stick them in the fridge, defrost for tomorrow. So I've not had chicken wings in a while. I was able to pick up a kilo of wings pretty cheap, so yeah, probably do those for tomorrow. For tonight, I've got a few things in, but not a lot really. That might be possible. Let's have a look at. As some of the other apps have that's the thing. Every place is on either one or multiple apps. So there's an Eats app specifically for my town, where a couple of places have got 2 for 1 on pizzas. Yeah, the price of wings is insane. The kilo I bought is about 80% higher than it used to be. But that being said, the cost of everything is going up here. It's likely to go up even further because the pound, the new Chancellor of the Exchequer released a budget that prioritises giving more money to the rich and less to the poor. So they've done away with the higher rate of tax. So I think if you're on £1 million as an income, you now pay £55,000 less in tax. And I think if you're on low income, you pay £10 less in tax. That's how disproportionate it is. And when that budget was released, the pound absolutely tanked. So the pound before was worth like $1.20, $1.25, something like that. The pound is now worth $1.08. It's the lowest it's been in 40 years. The pound and the dollar are now almost equal. That's how ridiculous it is. Now, for me streaming on Twitch, any income that I make, so any subs, any bits, anything that goes through Twitch specifically, is in US dollars. Which means when I reach the $50 payout limit, the $50 minimum payout amount, I will get more money than I would have got previously, because the pound is now weak against the dollar. Well, weaker against the dollar. So, financially, it's a little bit better for me. However, our inflation is also at something like 12%. So the cost of everything is going insane. And it's ridiculous. And it's so bad that the party that just voted in the new Prime Minister, so the party who decided we want this woman to be our new Prime Minister, is already drawing up letters of no confidence in the person they just put in power. It's ridiculous. They basically said, we believe this person is going to do right by the country. Less than 3 weeks later, they're saying, oh no, we fucked up, she's shit. Yeah, pretty much. They didn't think it through. It's, and they also want to strip away workers' rights. They want to strip away our protections for against us being forced to work over 48 hours a week. All in an effort to, quote unquote, make the UK economy, what was the word they used? Competitive. And it's like, but these things are rights currently enshrined in us as a nation. And they want to take it all away. They want to basically make British workers worse off. Because stripping away these protections also strips away, our rights to effectively have a home life in addition to working. They're trying to actively turn us into America. Because your workers' rights, depending on the state, absolutely fucking suck. They're looking at reducing our entitlement to paid holidays. This is the same party who wants to try and privatise the NHS. And they're trying to force that through by chronically underfunding it. And then pointing at it and saying, look, the NHS doesn't work. Also, yeah, it doesn't work if you don't give it the money. And it's so frustrating because the people who vote these assholes into power are the fucking old people who are going to be dead when all of this affects everyone else. I live in an area that is considered a Tory safe seat because there are so many fucking old people around here. It's the area where I live has never voted Labour ever. And it's because it's surrounded by rich older people. And our MP is a conservative Christian asshole. She consistently votes against women's rights. She consistently votes against the LGBTQ. She votes against worker protections. She votes against anything that might be considered vaguely progressive. And it's ridiculous. Too many young people are so apathetic about voting and politics. They just need to realise that if they don't do something now, the future, they're not going to be able to do something. Because the Tories are also trying to disenfranchise people. They're trying to make it harder to vote. They're trying to bring in more voter ID laws. And, ID is not easy to get. If you need a photo ID to go and vote, I wouldn't be eligible to vote because I can't afford to get a photo ID. I can't afford to renew my passport. I can't afford to renew my provisional driving license. I can't afford to get the cheap, quote unquote, I can't afford to get the cheap ID card that's out. Yeah, it is. The Tories are experts at class warfare. That is all they do. And it. And welcome in, Blue. I was on a rant. Welcome in. It's good to see you. So this is something that's very deeply ingrained in me. Is I was raised very politically aware because my grandfather was an MP in the Northeast for a long time, and when he stepped down as an MP, he was placed into the House of Lords by Tony Blair because he was a Labour MP, and it's one of the things the Tories are very good at is spinning up the media, which they control, pointing the media at people on low incomes, people on benefits, getting people riled up to vote against their own self-interest. They are the same as the Republican Party. Obviously not as far right-wing, because the entire political spectrum in the United States is so far detached from the rest of the world that both of your political parties in the United States, in the rest of the world, are considered extremely right-wing. So even someone as far left as Bernie Sanders, Bernie is considered at best a centrist in the UK. He's not left-wing at all. The things Bernie campaigns on, the things he wants to bring in, even our right-wing Tory party would agree with everything Bernie Sanders says. It blows my mind. But yeah, I was brought up to be very politically aware, and so as soon as I could vote, I was always out voting. I've always voted either Labour or Liberal Democrats, although I will never vote Lib Dem again after they helped the Tories get into power. I voted Labour in that election, but in previous years I had voted Lib Dem because I agreed with some of their policies, and there was a lot of one of the things the Labour Party is good at, well, the modern Labour Party at least, is they are very good at destroying themselves. The reason why the Tories have had virtually no opposition in the last 12 years is because of infighting within Labour. We had a leader of the Labour Party called Jeremy Corbyn. He's very down to earth. He's very much a man of the people. He's got a lot of very good policies. But because he doesn't fit the stereotypical politician that both parties like, the Labour Party basically destroyed itself to label him as anti-Semitic. There was a lot of fabrications, there was a lot of lies spread throughout the party and throughout the media. And it would have been chaos with Ed Ball. But Jeremy Corbyn is very much he was the better option. But the Labour Party destroyed itself, and now we've got Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer is a Tory in Labour clothing. He's not putting up enough opposition. He's not willing to stand up for the rights of workers. He's not willing to stand with the unions against the Tories. The Labour Party was founded by the trade labour unions. He's abandoning the Labour Party's base to be a Tory. It's maddening. We do have an advert starting in 20 seconds. With "Don't tell past," because I'm being a capitalist now. Yep, the adverts help support the stream, help turn pre-rolls off. 90 seconds, stretch, hydrate, we'll be back soon. Welcome back. That's an odd advert selection, yeah. Yeah, welcome back from the ad break. No, our two major political parties in the UK are the Conservatives, also known as the Tories, and Labour. We do have a few other options. So the Liberal Democrats usually get a couple of seats, although I think at the last election they were almost wiped out completely. The Green Party usually get a handful of seats. During the whole Brexit shit, we had a Brexit party. We've also got UKIP, who are the UK Independence Party. They're a pile of shit. They got absolutely decimated. They can just fuck right off. They're just they're just the openly racist Tories. Yeah, but yeah, we've got, you know, Conservatives and Labour. Yeah. Yeah, it just frustrates the hell out of me, because the country could be doing so much better. It's like, even now, the Tories in the media always go on the attack, saying, you know, if you vote in Labour, things will be a lot worse. You vote in Labour, things will be a lot worse. How the fuck could things be worse? We're in a recession. We're still being ravaged by COVID. The pound is at its weakest in 40 years. And this is all a result of 12 years of Tory negligence. It's obviously you're not doing something right. If you're still blaming Labour after 12 years, you can fuck right off. It's like, how the hell are you going to say things will be worse under Labour when the country is in the shit? And the media will spin that all the time, because the Conservatives control the media. And even when they don't control the media, they threaten to then bring it under public ownership. Like with Channel 4. one of our TV channels, and it's they're they're privately owned and funded. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, Channel 4, they don't toe the party line. They call the government out on their shit all the time. Yeah, the Tories did get buried in the 1800s, but yeah, it's that kind of shit never stays gone for long. There's always going to be the rich elites who need somewhere to spew their fucking dogshit ideas. So it makes me laugh that the Conservatives' choice for Prime Minister after Boris Johnson was a woman or someone from, quote unquote, from the colonies. Even though he's married to a billionaire. He's also the richest member of parliament. So they had a choice of a woman or a person of colour who just happened to be super rich. And they are that racist that they had to pick the woman because they couldn't have a person of colour as Prime Minister. Even though he's super rich. And they would much rather have a woman in charge than a person of colour. If there had been a white man who wasn't a complete and utter fuckwit, they would have picked him over both of them. The entire situation in the UK currently is just a dumpster fire. I would call it a hot mess, but it's not even hot. Dear. Yeah, I think the political rant's done for now. We'll see. Yeah. And I'm carrying on. They're even attacking people on low incomes who don't have an option. So there's the main who's got the flu? Rush has the flu. Who is our best medic? Who isn't Rush? You know what? Fuck it, we've got the medicine for it. Best quality medicine, Rush. Tend to yourself, please, mate. So our main benefit is universal credit. That's what they've been putting people onto. It's a combination of all different benefits, and you just get what you're eligible for. You can claim it while you're in part-time work to top up your income. So even if you're working all the hours that you can, say if you have childcare issues or if you're a carer and you can only work part-time, they're now forcing you to either get more hours or find a different job or find a higher paying job, or else they're going to cut your benefits. So you might not be able to work more hours. Your boss might not have more hours available for you. You might not be able to find a job where more hours are available. Or you might be a carer, or you might be a parent, and you can't physically work more hours. They're going to take more money away from you just because the Tories like to attack the poor. This is the same Tory government who have decided to give, I think it was, I forget the figure, but it's, they've just given billions to the energy companies to bribe them to keep to not increase our bills more. These are the same energy companies who have all just posted record profits, and we've just given them billions in a bribe to stop them from raising the prices more. And this isn't funded by a windfall tax on their profits, which would have easily paid for it, which the companies themselves have said, we're willing to pay a windfall tax. They're literally saying, take our money. And the government said, no, no, no. They're giving them billions of taxpayers' money, so the company's going to make more profits. And they're still going to increase our prices, but they're not going to increase them as much. And it's like, you would think, why are they doing this? It can't make any sense until you look at the Prime Minister, Liz Truss, who used to work for one of those energy companies. She has friends who still work at those energy companies. And I bet if we looked into it, she probably has investments in those energy companies. And she used to work for Shell. This is publicly available information. So she's a Prime Minister who used to work for Shell, who was just given Shell billions of pounds in subsidies. There's a huge fucking conflict of interest there. It's... we'll assure your safety, the mechanoids are sleeping. And we have a war merchant. Lucer, come out, and where's the merchant? There. We'll see what weapons are available. Yeah, a political rant that doesn't make you feel bad about being American. Yeah, we're heading in that same direction, so there's... I mean, we'll never be as bad as America. There are some things that are uniquely American that don't affect anywhere else in the world. But yeah, we're what was the saying? We're going to hell in a handbasket. Shit is getting wild. We'll keep the pickaxes. We'll keep the chitin axe. Chitin axe, battle axe, yes. Sell the great bow. Sell the bolt action, the hunting rifle. We'll sell the automatic pistols. Keep the semi-auto, this hunting rifle. Keep the grenade launcher, charge SMGs. Cloth suit jacket can go. We'll keep these because we can repair them later. Casual t-shirt is poor, that can go. Anything else? The human leather t-shirt can go. We will sell the 3 cloth dusters. We'll keep the rest of that. Bandanas, we'll keep. Hyperweave sombrero, we'll keep that. That's tainted, so that can go. Okay, we're making 600 silver, that's fine. I don't think we'll be able to get some of those uniquely American problems back. I think introducing guns back into UK is something that not even the most idiotic of politicians would consider. Because, you know, in the UK we have one school shooting and we're all just like, yep, hey, take our guns, we're fine, get rid of them. It's yeah, that's a uniquely American problem. See, these two idiots stood having a conversation, keeping the doors to the freezer open. You know, why stand in here? He's buying some raw food, apparently. But why stand in here and have a conversation when you can go and have a seat in here? Or you can go anywhere else that isn't freezing? Make it make sense. How is the anima tree looking? 24 grass. Oh yeah, we've got a ceremony. Lucer, come and do the ceremony for me, please. We need to check out the psi focuses as well. Artistic for white. Artistic for green. Okay, so they don't have a natural psi focus, so we can't use the tree with them. Okay, let's drop out the chitin battle axe. And when Koala... we'll get Yuso to do it. Yuso isn't at this ceremony, so... we want to cast Mend on the chitin battle axe, please. So Yuso has access to these powers because they are a technomancer. So what they can do is they can mend and increase the quality of items. So this battle axe will go up to 94. That's fine. We'll finish mending it. And then we should be able to enchant the quality twice to get it up to excellent. And so that'll just make this battle axe a little bit stronger. So this chitin battle axe does 16 damage and 18 armor penetration. So it's a little bit higher damage than a spear, but lower on the armor penetration. But we'll give that to white. White is a little bit slow, as he is missing a leg. He's also missing a finger. And green is missing an arm and a toe. So if we get 2 prosthetic arms, 2 prosthetic legs, we need to build the prosthetics table. But we're out of steel. So we need someone to melt the slag down. And Lucer, we'll give you the Word of Trust power. So things are going reasonably well. We just have to let people do the work that needs to be done. There's a lot of chunks here to be melted down into usable steel. There's chunks to be turned into bricks to finish off these walls. It's just going to take time. And I was checking out food. Ooh, Cheeky Tuesday, 20% off. That is very tempting. Reminds me, Rush had the flu, if I remember right. How's he looking? Immunity, it's 14%. Yeah, that's fine. Yuso has gained a psi level. Excellent. Next power. Let's do craft psi ring. It's not that useful, but ooh. What's this? Thank you. It's 22, 24, 10, 24. What time are we on? 3.5. Yeah. While this is running, I think I'll yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's transfer that to that. Let's do that next. Make that transfer. Done. Okay. Okay, let's order some food. Let's go there. 20% off. Let's go for that. That. Okay, how much is that going to cost me? Kid me. Hate it when you get to that. I am 10 pence lower than than what I need. Okay, let's go get rid of that. And they have anything cheap that will fit in there? Let's do that. Let's check out how much that'll cost. It's like playing Tetris with money. Okay. I hate all offers that have a minimum amount. It drives me nuts. Let's have side order of chicken. Okay, how much does that cost? Okay, let's move a little bit more out of my savings. Yes, I know, blah blah blah. Transfer. That. Oh god, that gave me a heart attack. Oh dear. Davey and Raiders, welcome on in. I do have So at Davey. Ah, dear. Davey, welcome on in. Raiders, thank you for coming along. Davey, how was RimWorld? How did it go? I did have a bit of a lurk before I started stream. How'd things go? You just caught me in the process of ordering some food. Nick, welcome on in. And yep, Davey did raid. Ooh, 2 tornadoes and 5 or 6 raids. That's it's rough, but at least you did a bit better this time. Is the colony still standing? Yeah. So sometimes Twitch is a bit janky with raids and things. It has its days. But Raiders, welcome on in. My name's Scarred Vulcan. I'm a Northern English fellow. Live in the northwest in the quiet part of Cheshire. I'm a variety streamer, although at the moment I play a lot of RimWorld, play a bit of Guild Wars 2 here and there, bit of 2 Point Campus. I have plans on playing a lot of other games as well. My Steam library is full of things that I need to check out. And yeah, we are storming towards 100 followers here on Twitch. When we hit 100, I'm going to be doing a Twitch integrated run of RimWorld, which is going to be 4 or 5 streams. I think we're going to be playing with Puppeteer and Toolkit, and it's going to be fully integrated into my current mod list, which is very heavily modded. You can see what mods I have by using !mark mods. That will give you a link to a Steam collection that has every mod I have in this current run. We will be starting a new colony for the Twitch integrated run, and it will be played with Randy Random. I mean, tomatoes to tornadoes. In theory, I could see that. Yeah, I currently play on Strive to Survive. Before Ideology, I used to play on Losing is Fun difficulty. I turned things down when Ideology and 1.3 hit because a few things changed, which made things a little more difficult. And so yeah, I'm building myself back into the difficulty. In my off-stream games, I have a colony that is running on Losing is Fun, trying to see how things have changed in the last couple of patches. I know they've reduced the strength of some of the things that made it almost impossible previously. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a Twitch integrated run. I'm probably definitely going to be putting Puppeteer in there as well, because I think you guys will enjoy it. I know I'll enjoy it. I always enjoy it when I go into someone else's stream with Puppeteer. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Right, where was I? We did the silent for you, so I think. Yeah, so we can get rid of that and that. So this is the current colony. It's grown to quite a significant size. We're currently just outlining our walls with marble as and when we make the bricks. We had quite a sizable mech raid, which we still have in storage in the freezer. Food, we are incredibly stable at. We've got 32,000 raw food. We're currently doing a quest where we have to keep 8 prisoners alive. again, that's fine. And I've just noticed we've got an advert starting in 20 seconds. So there'll be a 90-second ad break. I advise people to get up, have a stretch, have a drink, rest your eyes, take any meds that you need to. I'll be doing the same. And yeah, we'll come back into the colony as it currently is in 90 seconds. I'll see you soon. Oh dear, that's better. But yeah, thank you for bringing friends along, Davey. It's always appreciated. Okay, welcome back from the ad break. I've just hit go on my takeaway order. It says estimated between 11:15 and 11:35. With this place, I don't know. They might deliver early. I'll keep an eye on my phone, see what's going on. Ooh, nice. You going anywhere interesting? I think I may have asked you about it before in your stream, but my mind's gone blank. Did you say you're going to Spain? Oh, nice. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, 2 weeks in Canada, seeing KO will be nice. Oh, sorry, just had a big yawn. It's the COVID fatigue is definitely still slapping me about a bit. Okay, since we don't seem to be doing much on these walls, because we're not doing much on the stone cutting, let's get the defences back up. I know we have plenty of granite. Yeah, I bet. It's okay, so it's the middle of the night. So why are you doing slaughtering at 3 o'clock in the morning? While you're up, you can refuel these for me, please. So things have gone a little bit sideways in a couple of places in this run. We've had a couple of injuries. So Jarvis has now lost both of his arms, so he's got makeshift replacements, and he's missing an eye as well. So he's down to 25% manipulation, which means he's fairly useless at anything else. He's also fairly useless at research. So his research speed is 20% currently. So yeah, we're we've just got him as a research bot now, and we're trying to get microelectronics done so we can get basic robotics and enhancements and repairs done. We need to do tier 1 androids replacement parts so we can get him some proper arms. Yeah, no worries. Alright, so I hope the mac and cheese goes down nicely. And thank you again for bringing along friends. Let me do shout out again. T Davey. So one of these days I might actually get some mods, but it is not today. I do all my own mod work. We're not making much steel either. Need people to be doing these. It is Koala and Yuso who are meant to be doing these. So what are they doing? Eating breakfast, meditating at the anima tree. Yuso's getting breakfast. Okay, so you're doing social tasks and entertaining. There are other people that can do that, so let's... Okay, Koala isn't set to that. We'll turn Yuso off that. We also... Yeah, we've got enough people on wardening. We set the abandoned to warden as well. I forgot to set White's priorities. So let's do that quickly. I want you to grow and research when there's no growing. And it means we need to do this. No drugs. And set everyone back to herbal medicine. Oh, thank God, it's just the autosave. I always get really bad anxiety when the game pauses for a second. So it usually means the storyteller is trying to generate something. And sometimes, it can be quite bad. Quest available, Fugitive Encampment. M. Wong, Prime Leader of Ada, wants us to destroy a camp controlled by Warrant Kingdom. There's 10 subjects there. But that requires us to leave the tile, so no, we're not doing that. Combined Assault, that requires us to leave the tile. That's a no. So the reason why we're not doing anything that requires us to leave the tile is because we have the City Builders meme as part of our ideology. And so that means travel is despised, so we get a -30 mood debuff if we leave the tile. We do prefer permanent bases, so everyone gets a bonus for us having... this is considered a magnificent city. I will catch the ponyta. Okay, catch. Yeah, so because there's what's considered 20 buildings in this base, so each room will be considered a different building. Because there's more than 20, everyone gets a mood buff. So Magnificent City, they get +20 for the mood. And the higher the moods, the easier things are to manage through the colony. The Abandon is making progress there. Koala is making bricks, Yuso's making bricks. That's what we need. Rush has inspired taming. Rush has 10 skill. Excellent. He's still dealing with the flu. So, Erin, come and hit Rush with Word of Immunity. That'll get him going a bit faster. While I look for something for him to tame. Rush, you don't have the power yet. Erin is still making the way through. Okay, Rush now has Word of Immunity. So, need 10. Oh, I was looking at artistic skill, not animals. Bugger. Okay, can't do that. We'll just let that lapse then. I'm not interested in anything lower, really. So let's have a look at our food storage situation. Yeah, so you can see how different the yield is on corn from everything else. Because we have a comparable amount of corn to rice and potatoes. But rice and potatoes we've only got about 9,500, whereas the rice we've got not the rice. Rice and potatoes we've got about 9,500. The corn, which is comparable in amount, we've got 17,000, and none of that's rotting because we have this we have the freezers set up, and yeah, that's a really good amount to have in a stockpile. We are running low on meals. Why are we not cooking? Okay. Lucer and Rush should be cooking. Okay, that's why I'm glad I've got a physical mute button, because I just sneezed. I was just able to get to it before I deafened everyone. Oh. Feels like I blew up my face, though. Okay, so I think Jarvis was one of our cooks, but he's a research bot now. So let's set Koala up to a 1 on cooking. Having 3 that can cycle out and do the cooking would be helpful, I think. So we're running low on meals. We've got 40 simple meals, and none of anything else. We should have 300 meals, so we're not cooking enough at the moment. Does anyone have a word of productivity? Word of progress. No, no one's got word of productivity. Would have sped up 1 or more people in their crafting efforts. What body parts have we got? We've got a hearing sensor, we've got a cybernetic leg, can only be put on tier 4 or 5 androids. Drill arm, an architect arm, cornea implant, and an antenna. Who do we want to have an architect arm? I don't know. I'm very tempted to put that on someone. How's Rush? Developed immunity, excellent. We'd like to see. Gift, 16 medicine, nice. Always hopeful to have more medicine. Jarvis, buy this compact weaponry tech print, please. It'll give you a small boost to your intellectual skill. Okay, compact weaponry is done. I'm just having a think. Yeah, I think when we get to 11 o'clock... Ooh. Okay, I've just got a notification that my food is on its way. I was going to say, once we get to 11 o'clock, I'll wrap up the stream. But I think I'll wrap up now if it's on the way. So, let's save and quit to the menu. And move across to the ending screen. Let's see if there's any friends online who we can send. Ooh. Jim is playing a new game with Tubex, Escape Simulator. Okay, so the best place to catch up with me is social media. Post all my go lives on Twitter. Everything else also goes through Twitter. Storm and Sunder on itch.io is the main meat of my D&D content. That's where I post all the subclasses. Ko-fi has Creatures and Critters, which is my creature releases. And the Ko-fi shop, keep an eye out for announcements on Twitter for that. I will be doing pre-gen characters through the Ko-fi shop that I'm calling Heroes and Heartthrobs. It's going to be interesting. And yeah, we do also have a very basic Discord setup. You can click the link there to join. It should be linked to your Twitch if you have the two linked. If not, I'll be going through and manually assigning roles to people if they need them, which will open up the full server to let you see all the channels. It'd be great if people are there to hang out. If not, that's fine as well. We do have a raid message, so if you can drop that into Jim's chat, I would appreciate it. Let me get the raid started. JJam Jim. So Jim is a variety streamer. He's a Twitch partner. He does a lot of different games. He plays a lot of Minecraft. He plays RimWorld occasionally. Yeah, he has a very oh no, hold on. Jim is just ending. Okay, that's okay, let's go somewhere else then. Okay, So Everdream is live. Just check what time his stream is on. 1:50, yeah. That's fine. So we'll go and see Billy instead. So Everdream. So Everdream is playing Grounded, which is a survival type game. Basically, you're shrunk down to the size of an insect and you have to survive in a garden. It's pretty interesting. I played it a bit myself off stream. Billy has an amazing community, very chaotic at times, but wonderful to hang out in. So we're going to say hi to Billy, and I'm going to be live tomorrow, probably around the same time, 7 o'clock. We'll see how things go through the day, but I shall see you all later. Thank you for coming along, hanging out, and thank you again, Davey, for the raid. It would help if I click start raid. I am not with it tonight. Okay, let's go and say hi to Billy.